First off, let me talk my... Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my... It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it, treat it like a law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Try to sink my ship like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami? What? I walk the walk, I talk the talk, I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far. Crazy how that just happened, wishing on a star. It's a celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating Budokan. What you want? What you want? Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if it getting toxic, tell the boy fall back. If it was back then, I'd be tripping off that. Took a little time just to get me on track. I went from snotty to snobby, got it like immune to everybody, this is stunt 101. Up in the club, throwing the cookies like hate it or love it, I just can't get enough. Labels keep calling me, I said move if you call me please, or don't even bother me. They said oh my apologies, they keep calling and calling. I keep stalling and stalling. Rookie of the year, my career snowballing. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Quickly to the air is Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
25 yards that time.
Only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Edmonds running out of the shotgun, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
But they took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3. Psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. 4th down. Here's Wilson.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Here we go. Set.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Wilson to throw.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
One more time with Hall.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Wilson.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock?
And that's caught inside the 35.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. He's got it.
And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall.
His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
They go play action now. Wilson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Escaping the pressure right.
Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. The Broncos at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Play action. It's Wilson. Steps away. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score it here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
They go play action with Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Moore, the man in motion. Play action. Now Wilson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete.
And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
Here we go.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson as the first half is winding down. And the Jets would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Zerline good with a PAT. And it is 28-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
To throw is Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Wilson.
This will be caught. Judy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now we'll run straight ahead with Edmonds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 44, Wilson, flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Wilson.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Quick slant to Hamler. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
It's now 4th down and 1.
Here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now Wilson down around his goal line. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. The throw out to Ross. He's got it. And he is out up around the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone. They'll give to Hall. There for the stop defensively, Nick Bonito.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Justin Simmons firing all the way in from his safety position. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Wilson.
He'll go out to the flat for Edmonds.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Jets are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for them. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game.
And now off to the races down the right side. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Phillips now from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
And here comes Berrios.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0.
And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run with Hall. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
5-yard gain on the play. First down, New York.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hall again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they take a knee.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Charles, when you look at this stat.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Ay, I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm, I bet. I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time travel a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the
legs fly, now I move mountains. I would have beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible, impossible. Impossible, impossible.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose.